This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Yaw Siki, who joins me. This is Kokroko, who joins us live in the studio this morning. And yes, it's good to have you. I'm excited to see you, my brother. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm so excited. Welcome. We're going to get into conversation, but that was brand new music. We'll bring it back again for you to watch it in case you missed it or you just tuned in or maybe you just stepped out, to do something real quick. But before we do that, let me remind you that we've all been there before. We've played the perfect multi-bet. It's going your way until it's not, because one or more pick lets you down. Now, well, with Betway's Bet Saver feature, you can win. Even if your bet misses now, even on multiple losses, you can still get your bet back and more. Bet Saver is exclusive to Betway. Get way more. Terms and conditions apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Let's pay more bills, Lenny Serial, and then we can jump into our conversation.
While still reminding us to maintain the best when it comes to dental hygiene. Every time we eat foods, sugars, etc., get trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay, gum disease, and in some cases foul breath. That's why Pepsodent is giving us two amazing solutions: Pepsodent Charcoal, Pepsodent Herbal. Now, Pepsodent Charcoal has zinc and fluoride to fill in the tiny holes in your teeth while giving you overall great dentition. Pepsodent Herbal has mint and herbal extracts to repair any damages to your gums while giving you that minty freshness. Now, if you need to speak to a dentist, guess what? You can do that toll free, no cost to your airtime, nothing. Just dial and speak on 0800 161 000, 0800 161 000. And this is courtesy Pepsodent and the Ghana Dental Association, who've been working together for 25 years to make sure that your smile is elegant. So, of course, don't miss out on the opportunity. Grab a tube of Pepsodent in any size, any variant, any of the two options, charcoal or herbal, in any shop across the country. Pepsodent always reminding us that every smile matters.
And also, we matter as well, okay? And that is why you matter, and we can be doing this without you. And that is why Bang & Olufsen says that they need you to experience sound like never before and be a part of the craft. So whether you want to design your own bespoke audio masterpiece or you want to select from exclusive creations tailored to your own style, you can do that at Bang & Olufsen. Whether it's a speaker that seamlessly fits your space or a statement piece that turns heads, just know that if you can imagine it, then you can hear it as well. Discover more with Bang & Olufsen's Atelier. Locate Bang & Olufsen at our shop at Atlantic Towers, Airport City, Accra, or you can call 0201 694341, 0201 694341. And remember that with Bang & Olufsen, you dream it, we craft it.
We craft it. Yes. We craft it. Yes. We craft it. Yaw Siki.
Hello, sir.
Wow. It's been a minute. It's been like more than 10 years.
Yes, yeah. It's been years. The last time we had a communication was when you messaged me concerning awards.
Yeah.
Remember that time I've been discharged from the hospital, but yet I was still going through that process of
it's a long time
recovery. Yeah, and then that was the last time. Well, I think it was through Twitter.
Yes.
DMs. Yeah.
So yesterday, I mean, in a casual, checkup on the page, and then Yaw had initiated the conversation, and then we linked up, and then here we are this morning. I mean, we just had to. I said, look, everything else must go on the side, and then let's get into this very important conversation. And what matters to it most is the fact that we have it's very sensitive. It's beautiful, and there's a lot to learn from, especially to youngins as well who are coming up into a certain space. I mean, and that's what excites me. That I have you here, and nothing greater than the music you just released, Kokroko. But let's start with that one first, and then we can get into the conversations. Tell me, brand new music.
Yes.
How long has it been?
No,
since your last release.
I released the song like 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Why that brief pause?
Because the Lord wanted me to prepare. The Lord wanted to prepare me. I would have before I would have feared probably or be a bit hesitant coming here. But now the Lord has prepared me. I needed more strength. I needed more grace, so that I'll be able to come back or be with like UJ amongst you, like in this space, and yet be okay, comfortable, and then still be used by the Lord.
We are honored that the conversation started from this doorstep because we are more positive minded, you know, and we amplify what's great. So we are honored for you to even be here with us this morning. So that brand new song, Coco, what has inspired this?
Yes, this song. I was at the kitchen one day.
You cook?
Yes, I cook. It's my hobby.
Oh yeah,
cooking is my hobby.
Yeah, we have a show called Chef It Up. You're going to be a guest on that show.
Yeah. Stew and buy it for you.
Oh yeah.
I can do a bang quine for you.
Sir? Okay.
Bang quine, cutting quine, live soup.
Wow.
I do for my wife.
Wow. Good. Oh, within time frame, you settled and got married.
2019.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Inspiring.
Wow. Blessing. Today we're going to the conversation side. Oh wow. So then you must be cooking for the family then.
Yes, I do. Whenever my wife is pregnant.
Hey, whenever she's pregnant.
We have 4 children now.
Wow.
A girl, a boy, and then twins.
Papa. I'll let you pray for me after the show.
Oh, okay. About twins were used.
Amen. Oh, 4. Amazing. Wow, yeah. A lot has happened in the past couple of years.
Yes.
So you were saying, you were talking before I cut you with the food.
Yes, I was at the kitchen, and then I just felt like singing. I just felt like, so when I opened my mouth, it just came. And so as I continued, I had the edge or the inspiration to take it this further, take it this way, take it that, and that was just it. So I recorded on my voice note so I wouldn't lose it. And then last year when the Lord released me to go all out in music, I just sent it to my producer, and then
and then you worked on it.
You mentioned that the Lord has prepared you for this time. If not getting into so much of what the preparation stages have been like, but for the ones that you can share with us, what have your preparation stages been like? Also, considering where you are coming from and then being called, right? There'll be some sort of detachment process or from where you've come from, right? So I just want to understand, how has this stage been like for you, detaching and then attaching and then knowing that you are fully ready to go through with the music?
Okay, it's been a period of waiting, prayer, life of prayer, life of fasting and prayer. Waiting is fasting and praying. When the Lord wants you to wait, He makes you fast and pray a lot. Through that, He strengthens you. He knows your weaknesses, and then He works on your weaknesses, and then He works on your strength. So that when you go back, things that easily swayed you before, or you stand, but yet bring Him glory, yet do what He wants you to do. And so prayer, fasting, studying, and He had to make me have a lot of understanding, knowledge, so that when I come back, I'll know what to say and say it well, so people will know His love, will be blessed and edified.
The comeback. The comeback brings a different audience. In a certain past life there was a different audience, and then in this comeback, how easy or difficult has it been? Where once you probably have been exposed to a certain audience, loud, active, jump on, they jump with you, comments, but this is more of a calm space and a very difficult path to chatter if you're, if you don't find yourself being called. How has it been?
If you don't find yourself being called, so that makes a big difference. If it's of the Lord, it will work. When it wasn't time, I pushed, I tried. I had fans, paid for a video, recorded in the studio and all that, but because it wasn't God's time, according to His calling, purpose and time, it didn't work, it didn't go through. But because it was time, just last year, I released the first song, Oreba, and the feedback was good. It was massive on the internet, and then after that I released another song, Greater Love. It didn't really catch on like that. But then this one, Kokruku, the feedback has been good. So the difference with this time and the previous time is that with this time there isn't like a managing team like that, people doing rounds and all that. But this time it's just I and the Lord and the Holy Spirit. It just tells me when to. Maybe probably it's because I'm just beginning. So it just tells me.
For an artist like you, who has connections, are you connecting with other gospel artists, and what has feedback been like?
Other gospel artists, I'm close to people like Kwesi Oting, Kofi Kari. Yes, I have Joe Metal's number. Before I would even we had a conversation on phone one time. He even invited me to the studio, but it wasn't time, so I couldn't go. So I'm close to a few of them.
You see, okay, sorry, go ahead.
Because he says he's close to a few of them, I just wanted to find out also, right? I think that with some gospel artists as well, it's difficult for them to collaborate with some people who are quote unquote secular, being that you've come from that space.
Shouldn't that be a reason why?
No, but some people don't want to. Other people are open to collaborating with secular musicians, but others, they cut it off.
I know that.
Yeah.
But he's come from secular to gospel.
Yeah, is what I'm asking.
Okay.
That's why I want to ask that. Do you think that for other gospel artists, it's difficult for them to accept that you are now, a part of them and you are not who you used to be?
Well, I can't point that this.
Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right?
I understand you perfectly well. No, in every. Some might be so religious. Some also might be careful. Some also might think that I've not really experienced that yet.
Okay.
Because I've not really gone all out to associate like that.
Right.
Because, but then what you're saying might be true. Yeah, it might be true. But some are really open to work with, like Kofi Kari. Maybe, but the Lord in that space, the Lord leads.
Okay.
The Holy Spirit leads. So people like Joe Metal, them probably they will only work with when probably the Lord leads them to do so. Because myself like this, I'll only work with someone when I sense in my spirit that it's okay to work with the person. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe that's one of the reasons.
Okay, go ahead, Cyril.
What was the biggest challenge in relinquishing your
Old self.
your will power to faith, having been on the other side where being in charge of everything and deciding and doing whatever you like, and having to now be in this position where patience seems to be a big part of your mantra. What were the challenges internally with that?
It's not something so comfortable. No, you have to put your will aside for the Lord's will to be done. I don't understand the word relinquishing, but then
to let go.
To let go. Oh, okay. To let go. It's difficult. Being used to a certain lifestyle for a long time, but you have to let go. It's difficult, but the Spirit of God comforts you. It's always difficult. I remember when I loved music. I love music, and the Lord wanted me to put music aside and rather pray and rather study and rather go for evangelism. And that denial, it's called self-denial. Yeah, that self-denial, that's just one aspect. But in so many ways, it's difficult. It's not easy. But when you stay prayerful, there is enough strength and power to endure, to go through it until it is time. Yeah.
Does it break your heart, or are you used to the fact that people still connect you to your old self, in terms of the music you used to make, they call you that, when you hear your songs, are you like, no, don't, or have you just accepted that that's who some people are going to know you for?
Yeah, after my healing, like the first 3-4 years, I was very uncomfortable when people called me like that, when they referred me to my old song, because I felt probably I led them astray. So I felt bad a bit. But later on, when I got my understanding, I realized that was a way to connect back to them, so I'll be a blessing to them. And so now I take it in a more better way. So I'll have the chance to just.
What about the fans who held on with you in the secular space, who felt there was a certain talent, regardless of what the communication was, regardless of what the theme of the music was, there was a certain talent? What about those fans as well? Do they reach out to you? What do they say? Do people feel let down? Are they waiting for something maybe back in secular music space?
Yeah, on Twitter, they are on Twitter. Most of them are on Twitter, X, sorry. And they even be under some of the comments that came with Kokoko. Some would tell you, Charlie, now feature this one from the secular. Now that Charlie, give us banger, it's okay. Charlie, yeah, go into the studios and give us some bang. They are there. You know, there are some too that they accept what we've become now or what we are offering now, and but a few of them still want us to do the old stuff, but the new, but some majority of them also loved what we are doing now.
Yeah, has okay. Sorry, go ahead. Go. Like today, and I just clashing
all the
but
time.
it's fine. Yeah.
There's a parable in the Bible, told of the talents, right? Where people were given talents, some didn't use theirs, some multiplied their talents, right? I've had a conversation with someone where I said, I think that talent is talent, right? Especially for the artists. Whether you are applying it to the gospel space or you're applying it to the secular space, in that you're still expressing whatever your God-given gifts are, right? So do you think that it's really important what genre you are pursuing if you are still doing whatever you've been given by God to do? Doesn't matter the genre, because also we hear a lot of people say that they started from church and then they veered out of church, and some of these people are also very, very successful in the other genres that they are doing. So for you, would there be some importance also, because you've played both sides, right? Will there be any importance with that?
Yes, with what I'm a rapper. I'm a poet. I'm a writer. I'm a poet. A spoken word poet. That is my strength. I don't have the voice to sing like some of the singers we know, but I can write and speak what I write with nice rhymes and all that. That's my strength. That's what God gave me. And so with someone like me, if I want to use my talent to glorify God, hip hop is the best way. Hip hop, rap, I can't go into worship area. I may write. I can write worship songs, but I wouldn't be the best person to sing it. Exactly. And so you should know your strength. That I have the voice, or I'm a good poet. I'm a good speaker. So when you realize your strength, you get to know your strength. Then you put it where it fits better in terms of genre. So I fit in the rap area. So,
and you still rap well.
Oh yes, it's by the grace of God.
Yeah, I mean, the kids should know that daddy is a wild rapper. I don't know if
my kids inspired me even the more
to
come back, because I realized, Charlie, my 4-year-old and my 2-year-old, Charlie, the things, the creation, the things they do at their age, I realized, Charlie, if I don't look sharp, I'm losing God.
So a whole generation has passed on. So when the name Yaw Siki pops up, some people go like Yaw Siki, just not to sway the conversation, but just want to just let listeners be reminded of who Yaw was. But just dropping a little bit of the song, so you can. I mean, even before the conversation, people are like, "Oh, okay, I remember him," and then we can come to other stories as well. So let me just drop a little bit of this in case you just want to be reminded which rapper is sitting before me. One of Ghana's finest rappers back in the day. This is what was Yaw Siki before we have what is before us.
Spoiler best shit. Obisa da peneda original man farmer na wayaka. Kembi mfuna second depend your command demand me kwanta. Or like me then chem one chan.
That's young Yaw. from back in the day. When you look back at yourself, what do you say? What would you say to yourself watching yourself this?
Lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, lost. not knowing his purpose, pleasing men, pleasing people, pleasing the world. Someone that had his own self desires or gratification as priority instead of God's will and God's purpose. Someone who was struggling with sinful pleasures and sinful habits and was expressing it through music, instead of going to God to be held it. And someone who was using his giftings wrongly. Yeah, that's it.
There was a moment when we've never had this convo, so that's why I want to bring it back, just let people appreciate where you are at now in life. There was a moment that this life change happened, but maybe we are not privy to the entire story. What happened? There was this Yaw Siki with Opedodo. The song was making super waves. It was in the pubs, the clubs, the social gatherings, the weddings. It was everywhere. People danced to it. People loved it. Christians danced to it. You understand? They loved it. People hadn't seen the video, but they heard the song. They loved the rhythm, the beat. They didn't care about what you were saying, but they loved it. But then there was a moment. Share the story with us.
So what happened was that
date, time, venue.
Yes. 2013, 13th April 2013. I and a friend of mine went to Accra Mall to meet some people to talk concerning a show that they were gonna have, and they wanted me on that show. And my friend, I wasn't driving that time. My friend was driving, so I was in the passenger seat. We went for the program, the meeting, and after the meeting, we did a few rounds in Accra. We're going back to Tema. When we got to the toll booth at the Accra Mall, I was a bit tired, yes. So I laid back like that and dozed off. And so after a while, I heard my friend was complaining, "This taxi driver, why did he cross me like that?" So
pause right there. I'm sorry. Before you dozed off, they say sometimes when things are about to happen, you get intuition of such sort. If you look back at that story before this, did anything show its head that something was going to happen, or I don't know? I'm just asking.
Yes, it did. When we're coming from Tema to Accra, when we go to the toll booth at Tema, I had that in me. I knew, I felt like something bad will happen on the road. Something bad, but we were at the toll booth, and my guy was paying for the ticket. So I was like, "Charlie, where we are, we can't turn. We can." That's what I said in my head, and I just let go. But I felt it. I felt something bad might happen on the road. I felt that. I felt it. And before we even leave home, my mom was like, "Yeah, don't go. Yeah, menko. Yeah, menko. Yeah." But my mom does that a lot. Even from my senior SS to GSS, whenever I'm going out with the boys to chill, it's like menko. So I thought it was one of those being too overcautious or something. So me too. I was going to get money. Actually, this character, so I had to go. But so God prompted through my mother. And when we got to the toll booth at Tema, I had that. They call it intuition. Yeah, I had that. In me.
Wow. So then that led us to the point when you were done with the meeting. How was the meeting? Was it successful?
Yes, I've forgotten what even went down that day, but I forgot. But I think we agreed on something. Yeah, I think we agreed on something.
It was music related.
Music related. They were gonna have a program, a show at Suhum or Sunyani. I've forgotten, and so they wanted me on the show. So they came from Sunyani or Suhum for us to meet at Accra Mall. So we met there, and then we had a conversation. That was it.
So then you set off back to Tema. Yes, and you relaxed after the tour.
So I dozed off, and I heard my friend complaining, "This taxi driver, why did he cross me like that?" So without opening my eyes, I was like, "Oh, don't mind now, don't mind." I was about saying the third dome, and everything just went off. I didn't know where I was. And when I gained consciousness again, I was on my back like this, and I was in so much pain, my head, my neck, my arm. So I was like, "Oh," and my eyes were open but dark and blurred. But I could see images, and so I was in pain, crying, wailing. And then someone was beside me. "It go be cool down. It go be cool down." So like a minute or two, I went off, And when I gained consciousness again, I realized I was at the hospital, 37, and there were some friends around me, drip, neck collar around my neck. That is when I realized, oh, Charlie, yesterday, you never go home.
Yeah, wait. So back to the moment of impact again. You said on your third account of the third call, everything went, went off.
Yeah.
In detailing that particular moment, was there a loud bang? Or did you feel thrown out of a space, out of a vehicle? Do you feel you hit something?
Like in my mind can only remember like a bit of chaos.
So would you say that there's a memory loss for the moment for you?
I went off because because I was dozing off, or I had that sleepy thing. I think my head probably banged or something. I don't know, but I remember chaos, but my eyes were shut too. So I remember some chaos, and then this of.
We'll continue the story. Do you have flashbacks, memories of that moment of impact in today?
No flashback, because I didn't see how the car turned and how. But then what I remember is chaos. The voice of my friend, and because my eyes were shut, so I remember chaos, like some chaos for a short while, like for some few seconds, and then everything just went off. Probably because my head hit.
What about your friend?
My friend, when the car somersaulted 3 times, landed on its head, according to my friend, and because he was driving unconscious, he was able to adjust himself. So it was only his shoulder that was painful at that time, and so he got out, and I was off bleeding with head injuries and arm injuries. The car landed upside down on its head.
Internal or external? Bleeding.
The bleeding.
I had broken one bone in my neck, and I had external, but the bleeding was external. The bleeding was external. All the bleeding was external, and then but I had a broken neck bone, and we're hanging upside down in the seat belts like that.
Wow.
And my friend, so my friend realized that Charlie, I wasn't speaking. So then that's when he saw that I was down. I wasn't speaking and I was bleeding. So he said he got out of the car, found some guys, and then they pulled me out and rushed me to the hospital. Doctor said that when I was upside down and bleeding, the broken neck bone, the third one, it broke from here towards the area where my oxygen passes, and an inch away it just stopped. If it had pressed on it, I would have lost my breath in seconds. And there wasn't any cut on my neck, so those who were pulling me out from the car, they didn't know that I had a broken ECC, but yet the bone, they didn't press on that area. So God he started preserving me right from there. Got to the hospital, and when I had gained consciousness and I was at the hospital, doctors were now decided they were looking that they will do surgery with special metal wires and screws, and we asked for an alternative, and they said there's this thing called the hollow vest. I should have sent you the pictures. The hollow vest.
Do you have the pictures?
I have the pictures.
We'll take time to watch them. Just feel free. I mean, whilst the team works on the pictures,
there's this thing called the hollow vest. It had metals attached to a vest. Yes, you've seen it. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So screwed into my head, holding my skull firmly, so I'll turn either left or right for the neck bone to heal after 3 months. So please, sorry, excuse me. I want to send you the pictures.
It's fine,
so that viewers can see. So you can also see.
And I appreciate. We can just share with me. And whilst it's on there, for the viewers who just joined in, we're having a conversation with our very good friend and brother Yaw Siki. He's dropped brand new music titled Kokroko. If you haven't, I beg your pardon, if you haven't seen it, do well to check it out on YouTube as well. Just type I'm sure Yaw Siki, you'll find it there, as well as we just play it back again for you to get it. Let me just get these images and sometimes some of these learnings are very important, because I want us to get to the point where it was a life changing, where the decision was made, and maybe some of us just don't appreciate how I wish we are not thankful. You know, everybody when we come in, we keep saying that we thank God for our lives. It's just a statement. But that you really thank God for your life because anything can happen. Anything can happen to you at any point in time. I mean, she was having a show here. She was in this seat, you know, and just a move an inch, and then the light just comes down, you know, from just imposing your story and sharing some of these testimonies. And I like to say these things. And since this incident happened to me, it's traumatized me anytime I see a ceiling fan, bro. I come home from church on Sunday, regular, normal, you know, and when they say God talks to you, Charlie, bro, there's a force beyond what you don't know.
Yeah.
Charlie, I come from church, small boy, me, I come.
tuned.
The first night I was going to do was to play a game. So when I entered the house, my old boy was asleep, he was in the couch, relaxed, and then when I came, it's like, okay, if I'm home there, then he's going to continue sleeping in the room. So I go change, I come back, I come and lie down on the couch, take the control pad, put the game on. The second I held the pad, a voice said to me, lie down. The second I held the pad, a voice said to me, lie down. I rolled. I didn't listen. Don't they say obedience?
Yeah.
I rolled and fell on the floor, down flat. The next second, the ceiling fan came down and fell right on the couch. Cut the couch, smashed. There was a glass center table, smashed it into pieces, and not a single scratch on me, bro.
That could
I said, forget.
Yeah.
You go tell me say super power no dey. Bro, ceiling fan come out. You see some before.
Always have to be in tune.
And guess what? Do you know how the mechanism of a ceiling fan works, right?
Yeah.
It's hanging there.
Yeah.
The hook was there, perfect.
Nah.
Bro, how the hell did? And this fan, no me say they installed them yesterday. Bro, it's been there years.
Yeah.
I
And
went-
coming
day-
down, it will still be rotating, right?
Look, they cut the sofa. When I say fan on 5, or like bro.
See, like when I tell Wolverine.
Bro, like I tell you, maybe that. Yo, the voice said lie down. It was 2 words, so I will never forget that day. Lie down. I did not ask questions.
Yeah.
Bro, had I said who is that?
right. Before you even say who is,
Who is that? Like, you go and meet that.
you gotta be the person
I
straight.
Listen,
You are welcome home.
sit down.
Bro, you know, so it's there.
Yeah,
so
God
when we
day,
say
God
this
day.
thing like, yo, thank God. Yo, you literally have to thank God because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So the images are ready. You know, just
Damn.
how do you say? If your discretion's advised on this. So this wow, yeah.
So this is the hollow vest. They had to put this on me for 3 months, and you can see
For 3 months.
Yes,
So you couldn't lie down. You were just in
He's
sitting
lying down,
position
but
like
he can't,
this.
this.
he can't swivel.
I can swivel. Yes.
Oh.
So that the spinal structure stays
Would
in
not
place
move.
for healing.
Exactly. So my head is on 2 pins at the back, and then there's 2 pins
front.
on my forehead. Exactly, holding they've screwed it into my skull, like holding my skull firmly. Yeah, so I'll turn neither left nor right for the bone to heal back naturally after 3 months. You know, so
You can still see the inflammation in your lips.
And even the
The
pain from
eye.
staying stagnant.
Yeah.
It's going like your back, your legs, your joints.
yeah.
That must have been intense.
Yeah,
I'm sure
so,
that would be the least of it, bro.
So I had to
Man,
sleep on
like-
my back for 3 months. At a point, I could stand and then walk around. I was heavy at first.
Can you walk
At the
around
time.
now? Oh no! Can you walk? I'm saying.
Oh no.
Can we pick this moment of? Can we pick this moment?
Hey!
Every time you give me a little cry, it's more than.
God is still in the miracle business, is he not? Wow.
Yeah.
Like seeing him like this in the picture and then seeing you here, I'm like, this is a testimony.
Yeah. The
like,
camera didn't capture the moment.
A
I really
pure
want to stand.
testimony.
I really want people to understand. This is the glory of God at work. Like,
Yes.
this is Yaw.
Oh, I will feel squat 10 so.
Ha!
But I'm on fire.
The job is the job.
That was the job. He's a working man.
Wow.
Oh, we thank God.
Yeah, when you advise people now,
Okay,
you
so
know,
sorry. I'm
okay.
save
Yeah.
that question.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to follow the storyline.
Yeah.
Just save that question. I'm so sorry. So this is you in the bed with the pins, screwed in,
To the-
where you were conscious.
Yes, I was conscious.
So in that moment, what were the things running through your mind?
I was cursing you know, that time, you see that I still had that street life.
The yo.
Yeah, the yo. So I was just cursing, and I was just cursing. What the? I just, yeah. And the doctor, the nurses were like, hey, cool down. But the doctors were, no, leave him. Let him, allow him. Yeah. So I was just cursing. And I remember the some of the artists in Tema that were outside. Yeah, on that day, because they knew I was going to go to the one waiting. So when I finished, it was, even though they gave me injections to bring down the pain, yes, I could still feel. So when they had finished, and I was getting out, Charlie, then I'll ball. I come on, and no smiling.
Who visited?
PD was there. I saw PD. I remember when I got out of there, I saw PD, and then I saw crime. Darlington, sorry. I like calling him crime now.
Oh, okay.
So and I saw Darlington, and I saw, I think probably the boys were there, but those whom my face saw as at that time, I remember. Yeah. So, but then like me, I saw people, but when we are good there, then we say I make what. Yeah. So I didn't smile, and because it was. Seeing the drill, they used like a drill to drill into my head. You can still see the seeing the drill coming.
You see
There's
the index.
Exactly, the index. The two, I remember. And the doctor having the drill coming like.
And they
you were conscious.
They have to. They'll even be engaging you, because if you are asleep, something might damage. So they need to know when they go and make a mistake.
Oh.
So even in brain surgery, sometimes they make you play.
You your own for drum deliberately. Wow. Yeah. So how long were you in hospital?
I stayed when they placed this on me. I was at the hospital for like 2 weeks or so, and then I came home. Stay with my brother and the wife, and they had to take care of me, clean my wounds, and keep me for that 3 months. And it was in that 3 months that I made my brother got me a Bible.
Okay.
Okay.
You see, when you say there's more to it, so I like to ask. There must have been a reason why you asked for a Bible. Yes. What are those reasons? I want to understand what you were thinking. What was running through your mind at that moment?
Because I thought I needed God. I thought I needed higher power. I thought I needed help.
Was it fear of death?
No, fear that I might not get well as to how we are expecting. Fear that, because I remember when they were going to put the vest on me, I met someone who had come out of it, and he made that statement that, Charlie, this one, they're fit too. Yeah, a young man. He had come out of it and told me, Charlie, this one, they're fit too. So I realized that, and this is like a POP, like just so that the bone will heal back naturally after 3 months. So I needed, if it's natural, it's linked to God.
Your faith was not in the doctors, but in God.
I didn't have faith that time.
Okay.
And so I needed to build my faith. You see, I was brought up in a Christian home, and so I only know God through Christ. So, but I was brought up in a Sunday school Christian, but I didn't really know Christ. I didn't believe Jesus Christ was going to come and all that, Charlie. So, but then when I needed help, that higher power, that supernatural power, that is when I decided to go back to the Bible, so that through that probably I'll have God.
Okay. So you asked for the Bible.
Yes, I asked for the Bible.
Were they surprised for you to have asked for the Bible? For you to have asked for the Bible?
My brother was actually glad. He was glad that I asked, and he got me a big one.
And where did you open to? What did you do with it? The Bible has plenty pages.
Charlie. So I had the Bible. I wanted to build my faith, so I was looking for faith scriptures. I wanted to build my faith, because faith, I realized that, and I used to watch Christian channels. My brother had these Christian channels that while staying with them, I always put it there. So I got the information from there that I need to faith for my healing and all that. And so I went to that's where I got the information. It's in the New Testament and all. So I went to the New Testament, and then I searched, and then I got to Hebrews, and I realized that I had to start from Jesus Christ. I had to really surrender to him and go through him and submit to him And that was a decision I had to make before I can get to what I'm looking for. So I had to humble myself and submit to Christ. And so that's when I really gave my life to Jesus. I wasn't really a believer of Jesus Christ. So I gave my life to Christ, and then I started building my faith, learning about faith and healing, how I can receive, and then confessing the word, and then So
people around you, what were they saying, watching or seeing this new? Did some say, "Oh, 91 that he knows God now because he's in this situation"? So, how were people around you taking this new transition that you were, getting into?
As at when I got the Bible.
Yes, and and days afterwards.
When you started the faith journey.
Yeah. My brother was happy. My mom was glad because they all wanted me on that path. I started from Sunday school, we were singing in Sunday school, boys brigade and all that. But then I swayed, when my late primaries, class 5, class 6, Charlie, I swayed. I started watching pornography and things, and I felt some things weren't cool anymore. So I swayed. So my mom always wanted me to be on track again. My brother also, even though he was a hard hip-hop fan, it was through my brother I got to know hip-hop. Though he also wanted me to be on. So they were glad that I had gotten the Bible, and I'm searching for faith and all that. So I built my faith. They were glad. Those around me were glad. They were glad.
Because you just mentioned your mom again. I mean, in your story, the last we heard of her was when she said you shouldn't go for that meeting, right?
Yeah.
So during the time of your accident and your recuperation as well, what was your relationship with your mom like? Because then there will also be some form of regret on your part not listening to what she said, and she as a mother, right, how did she take this all in and come with you on your journey?
I knew she was silent on it because she has seen that I've learned my lesson the hard way, because she always cautioned me when she has to, and I don't listen. I don't listen. And at that time, she realized that I had gotten it. And I had gotten it for real. That I was ready to listen to her and do as she says when she has to tell me something. And so she didn't really. And then we were even close more. We got more closer, and I confided in her more. Yeah.
Nice.
Do you want to bring the question?
Yeah, I mean, bro, this is a lot. One thing I wanted to know is when you're telling these stories, right? When you're discussing with people and they are not, so to speak, listening or heeding. I mean, their Saul became Paul. Jonah didn't want to go on the mission God gave him. Does it sadden you? Are you like, okay, no problem? Because you were once in that position where I'm sure people reached out to you before the accident, like, do this, don't do that. But maybe you didn't listen, right? For whatever reason, it happened like this. So now you're on the other side telling people this story. For those who don't listen to you, how does that make you feel?
It's painful. It's painful, and I don't know. It's disturbing. But then I've come to understand that there's time. Probably it's not their time. Initially I used to be so worried and painful and bothered sometimes at the boss more. But because not just for the love of their soul. But then I grew as I grew in understanding, I've come to realize that no, it's time. When it's time, you don't even need to talk plenty. Just a word or two, they will turn. Yeah, when it's not time, you talk and talk and talk, they will turn. So I've come to learn that it's time. It's time. It's just time.
What about your friend?
He's there. Yeah, he's in Germany now.
Oh.
Are you still friends?
Yes. We are still friends. We are still friends. Yeah, we're still friends. He's a responsible guy now.
You guys communicate as and when.
Yes.
What does April? What date was that?
April 13th. 13th.
Wow. It happened on the 13th of April.
Yes.
Is that when you released Kukuruku? Or but is it
Friday?
Yeah, is it what do you do to that day every year for the past 13 15 years?
Yeah, whenever it's getting there, I before I used to see that this is the day, but then the Spirit of God, like, I just realized there's nothing just to do. So I just let it go.
Wow.
Just another day.
Yeah. So now it's just a normal. That's what you just even remembered me now. That
Yeah.
30.
How do you deal with? I would say adversity has brought you to a beautiful place.
Okay.
After this, how do you deal with adversity? Like when something uncomfortable or bad or unfortunate is happening, do you process it as, oh no, not again, or have you become a more sober person, seeing that maybe let me wait and see the plan?
Oh wow, this is a beautiful question. See, we are humans. I'm human still. I'm still a man. Like so, and the challenges that come or difficulties that come, they may not be the same as yesterday. They may look little or simple, but I've not faced such a challenge before, and so I might be troubled for a while. But the difference is that the faith I have in the Lord makes me get calm after a while. I don't remain there. And so the faith helps, the trust in the Lord with the scriptures. Let's say if it's financial, health, whatever it is, I just I remember the scripture that speaks on that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So, and once I trust that I shall not want, even if I don't have a peso now, the Lord says I shall not want. That's what I trust, and so I will be troubled for a while, but I'll become calm, and I'll become peaceful. Yes, that's what helps.
Wow, yeah, it now makes a lot more sense to our viewers why Kokroko is the brand new music after so many years, and I'm very sure we should check when you release the song. I'm sure it's on 13th, or probably before that. But you've come a long way. I mean, we are all proud of you. It is a calling. So once you have been called, may you also create a pathway for others to now follow. You've been there, so you advise us on where you are and how beautiful it is. And I mean, God has blessed you. Amazing kids and all. God has blessed you. So we're looking forward to more music. More music. So now you promise us you're going to be active with the music space.
Yes.
But aside music, what have you been up to? Engage personally.
Raising the family. Music
Beautiful.
and raising the family.
Yeah, beautiful. Wow, yeah. Thank you so very much making it here this morning. He's got new music, so please support him, and to our Christian family as well. Let's all embrace this new music that has come, and let's push it as much as that we can. Yeah, thank you so very much joining us. Share a few words before we wrap up.
Thank you for allowing me to come. Thank you for giving me this privilege.
Thanks for honoring the invitation.
Thank you for the platform. Thank you for the privilege. God bless you. God bless for you allowing me to be here in your midst and allow for God to do this. It's a clear sign that we are all children of God.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah. Light and darkness cannot dwell together.
Yeah.
So once we are here and you're allowing for God's will to be done,
Yeah.
it means that there is light somewhere, and one day it will shine in Jesus.
So shine. Safe journey on your way back home. And again, now when you're here, thank you, God. Please, it is really thank you, God. Yeah. On a lighter note, before we wrap it up, e-soccer tournament is about to happen now. Kitty came in for a game. And I gave him the chance. Yeah, I gave the kid a chance to just, just win a game or two. Yeah, just a meeting by just. I wanted to. So he had come to our house to play a game of football, of FC Pro Soccer.
A good host.
And I was a good host. As a gentleman, I have to allow him to win.
Put yourself aside.
But most importantly, this is the moment. This is the moment when I just showed him small before I allowed him to win the game. Here, watch this. I did a no look pass. Yeah, we are keeping it on the low, like we know Shada. It be all be short, all be short.
Yeah, thank you. Shot! Go! Wait, you're not squaring it. Way to go. You're not squaring it. The one will go.
Now go, let's see.
Go! Hey, come back. Come back.
Go!
I thought you first game. Like you say, I say first game. Warm up game. First game.
Yeah,
Warm up.
you know, we're not too known. We just like to do things, you know. So we just for keep it out. That's a marvelous good. You see how the 10 pass the ball and I did. If you're a man, can play soccer with me, and I'll show you Pepe. On that note, time is up. We are out of here, and I'll be gaming serial today. I'll put the visuals on social so you can watch me scoring 4-0. And we'll end his gaming career here at 3 Music TV. Yeah, thank you so very much again, and we're back again tomorrow on another edition of Culture Daily.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Telecel.